How's it going, everybody? Tommy Star here. Thank you for clicking on this video. And yes, it is time for the June Blu-ray update. And yeah, I have a problem, people. Coming in number 5. I'm excited to go ahead and talk to you guys about
TDLB 2015 being another video
over at Best Buy. And that's not even everything. This update started out, if you guys remember me telling you guys last month that June was going to be a small month for my Blu-ray update because I needed to save for the trip. Well, you guys, this is my biggest Blu-ray update ever. Over 100 titles, 114, yeah, 114 Blu-ray titles, and 2 DVDs. And what I just showed you, like I said, is not even it. There's 2 collector sets I got to show you guys, and plus, y'all know from my unboxings, I've been getting crazy in the Scream Factory, so I'm gonna be going through all those as well. Okay, we're going to do things a little bit different in this update. I know I usually sit down and I go through and tell you the director and the year and all that shit. Well, I don't think I'm going to just stop doing that completely, but for this update, because it's so big, it's already going to be really long. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit all this in one video. I am going to fly through as fast as I can, but it's going to be a long update. If I can't get it all in one video, I think I'm going to break it down in 3 sections, which is going to be steelbooks, because I have a shitload of steelbooks too that I got. I cannot believe how many steelbooks I got in this update, you guys. So if I have to break it up, it'll be steelbooks. Then I'm going to do a separate video for my Scream Factory. I'm already going to do that anyways. Do a separate video for Scream Factory. So in this update, it's going to be either everything, or I'll split it up in 2. I'll do all the steelbooks, and then I'll do everything else, which includes, in this update, we got tons of A to Z. We got a couple of collector sets. As you know, a shitload of steelbook. On top of all the Scream Factory, I have a shitload of horror. We got some Disney titles, a bunch of Disney titles. And then, like I said, a couple of DVDs, and then I have 1 Marvel. I have more Marvel and DC in my steelbook titles that I got over there. But as far as just a standard Blu-ray for DC Marvel, I do have 1 Marvel title. So there you have it, you guys. 114 titles, my biggest haul yet. And I already have like, what, like, I already have like over 20 for July. Yes. So I'm just going crazy. I got a lot of stuff in Texas. As you guys know, I got some Blu-rays and DVD titles in Texas, which you won't see those until my July update. And then if anybody's wondering, as far as all my pickups in, I have no idea why I'm saying Texas, Indianapolis. My pickups in Indianapolis for my horror stuff, I'll be making a horror room update very soon, so be on the lookout for that. Everything I picked up in Texas will be in that update. So I just gotta get stuff framed and get some pictures developed and blown up to 8x10s. But you will see all that in my next horror room update, hopefully in the next week or so. But anyways, that is enough talking. We have a lot to go through. And I hope you guys are comfortable, and I hope you guys stick all the way through, because we got a lot of cool shit in these updates. So let's get into it. Okay, so I know you guys have seen a lot of this stuff recently, my unboxings, but I'm going to try to show you guys a little bit better in this, and especially like the steelbooks. I'm going to open those up and show you all those when I get to those. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be in this video or in a separate video. We'll see. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. DVDs, only 2 of them. You guys recently seen these in my, I think my last unboxing, but I got season 1 and 2 of the Rugrats from my buddy Craig. Grew up on this show. Happy to have these. I can't remember how many seasons they had of this, if it was more than 2 seasons, but can't wait to check these out. It's been a long time. Okay, here we go. Starting things off, we're going to do the couple collector sets that I have. I got 3 of them here. We got 2 DC, and then we got just a regular set of movies. But anyways, so these next two, these 2 collector sets I'm about to show you, you guys remember I did an unboxing of these, and I was thinking about opening them up, but I've yet to do that, and I still am debating. As of right now, neither one of them are open. But this is the Man of Steel limited edition collector set. As you see, we get 43,907 of 50,000, so they only made 50,000 of these. But it's the Superman emblem, and I believe everything's going to be inside of it, and there's like a little stand you can put it on. But like I said, I still have this bad boy sealed. But if you guys want to see everything that comes in it, it's just a cool set of just the very first movie for the DC Extended Universe. So you get Blu Ray 3D, Blu Ray, DVD, and digital HD. So there you go. And this definitely looks cool on the Marvel shelf. I mean the DC shelf. I don't even know what the fuck. I'm stupid. I can't even think right now. But anyways, on to the next. And another one I didn't open up. You guys remember in my unboxing, this is the limited edition Blu-ray. This doesn't have 3D, but you get Blu-ray, DVD, ultraviolet code. But this is the Dark Knight Rises collector set, and this little base with the Batman cowl on it. And this is also limited edition. This is 19,090 of 35,000, so a little less than the Man of Steel set. Haven't opened up this one as well, but it is one sweet set, you guys. I'll try to get you guys a better look on the inside, and I believe that everything that comes with it is just kind of slides out of that. But here's the back if you guys want to get another better look of what it looks like out of the box. And then we got a shot of Batman there, and we got a shot of Bane over here. I don't think there's anything on the bottom. No. So there you go. Yeah, like I said, I haven't decided if I'm going to take these out of the box yet. I probably won't, just to keep them, you know, in better condition. But there you go. All right, and the last collector set that I have here, I got from my buddy Jake, the Blomkamp 3 set. And here you get District 9, Chappie, and Elysium. I've seen District 9, but I don't think I've seen the other 2. But this is a really cool looking set. Like I said, my buddy Jake just bought this for me, just kind of out of the blue, you know, just, you know, it's when I was going through the surgery and everything, you know, just to be nice, he picked this up for me. And I thought that was really cool of him. I mean, definitely one of the nicest things anybody's ever done for me for that reason. But here's a look on the inside. Here's Chappie. We get a nice colored booklet, just kind of a bunch of production notes for all the movies. And here's District 9 and Elysium. So a really cool looking set. I'm definitely interested in seeing these movies soon. Like I said, I've only ever seen District 9, but I haven't seen the other 2. But Jake, thank you very much, buddy, for getting me this set. It is so nice, and I absolutely love this set. Okay, actually, I have one more collector set. I forgot about this one, but I recently picked this up off one of those Facebook groups, the Amityville Horror Trilogy. This is a Scream Factory collection. But I had to show this one as well. It's such a badass collection of the old school Amityville horror films. I'll go ahead and pull these out of here really quick here. But this, yeah, really neat set that Scream Factory put out. Really like these movies. Here's the first one, Amityville Horror. And then the second one here is Amityville 2, The Possession. And then the last one, Amityville 3D. So, yeah, really cool collection that I picked up for the Scream Factory collection. Yeah, thought this was kick-ass. Alright, so that takes us on to my DC Marvel titles, which I only have one Marvel. The rest of the DC Marvel that I got, like I told you before, are steelbooks. So just for standard AmRays, we got The Punisher. So I recently did an unboxing of this not too long ago. I bought this movie a really long time ago, and I bought the wrong region, and it didn't play. And then I bought this one. This was, it said it was region free, and then when I was looking on the back, it said region B on it. If you guys see that right there. So I was kind of upset, but I tested it out. It is fine, so we are good. I finally got the original Punisher. I think this was 89 when this came out. 89 or 90. But this was the first one. This was before the Tom Jane one and everything. But yeah, it works perfectly, and I'm so happy to finally have this now to kind of complete the Marvel Blu-rays. So yeah, awesome. All right, on to the horror titles. Starting off with a movie called Tusk I got from my buddy Craig. Gave me a really good deal on this. Never seen this movie. Got Justin Long in here. I really like him. Came with a slipcover, so looking forward to checking this movie out. All right, now these next two horror titles are a couple more I got from my buddy Craig. A couple of Vinegar Syndrome films. The first one here is Madman. Another movie I've never seen. As you can see, Vinegar Syndrome. Been trying to pick up more of these movies. If you guys want to see what it's about there. But yeah, it looks like a cool movie. Looking forward to checking this one out. And then the other Vinegar Syndrome here is Christmas Evil. I love Christmas horror movies, especially cheesy Christmas horror movies, and this one definitely looks to be right up that alley. But if you guys want to see what that one's about, but like I said, I got this from my buddy Craig, and I'm definitely definitely interested in checking this movie out. I got a lot of horror titles I'm going to be watching here soon when we get closer to Halloween. So, all right, a couple more horror films I picked up from my buddy Craig. We got the Rest Stop films. I've been after these on Blu-ray for a long time, but you got Rest Stop Dead Ahead, which is the first one, and then you got Rest Stop Don't Look Back, the second one. These are some pretty crazy ass movies. I've seen both these movies. They're actually pretty good, pretty fun horror films, but pretty crazy, just about these people that end up at this rest stop, and it's just shit just goes crazy when they're there. But yeah, really fun horror movies. I definitely recommend checking these movies out. If you guys want to read a little bit more about them, there's that one and the second one. There you go. Next up, we got Hobo with a Shotgun. I found this, I believe, at not GameStop, High Score Video. I found this there for a pretty good price. It was only 10 bucks. This looks like a really cool movie. I've never seen this. Rutger Hauer. Just looks like a badass movie if you guys want to read about it. If you guys remember in a recent unboxing I did, I was supposed to be getting a slipcover for this because I guess the slipcover is pretty hard to come by. And the person I bought it from, after I paid for it, said they couldn't find it, so they ended up replacing it with a different slip. But I was kind of bummed out about that. I'm hoping to find this slip. If you guys out there know where to find it, let me know. But definitely excited to check this movie out. All right, so the next title here is another one I got from my buddy Craig, The Encyclopedia of Horror. Cool-looking horror documentary. I'm definitely interested in watching this. I love horror documentaries, and I love the artwork on here. We get a bunch of characters. We got Jason and Freddy on here. And yeah, like I said, I'm really interested in watching this. It looks pretty damn cool. So he gave me a good deal on that, so I definitely snagged it from him. All right, now we got Return of the Living Dead Part 2. I just recently got the first one on Scream Factory, and the third one is a Vestron release, so I'll definitely be getting that soon. But yeah, this is like, I don't think this movie's been released on Blu-ray, but he's got this buddy that makes these like kind of like burn-on-demand type things. Where he makes them with, you know, Blu-ray quality. So excited to have this movie on Blu-ray finally. All right, the next three titles here are some Scream Factories. They're not the you know, collector editions that I've been buying lately. These are just some regular Scream Factories. But a movie I've been wanting for a long time, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. This is the original from 1979. It also comes with the movie The Evictors. So that's kind of cool. I've never even heard of that movie, but looking forward to checking that out. But I do have the newer version of this, which I don't know. I can't remember if it was like a sequel or a remake. I think it's actually a sequel. But I have that on DVD, but I've always wanted the original on Blu-ray because I've never seen the original. So I'm really looking forward to checking this out. But yeah, this is a Scream Factory release that I bought from somebody on those Facebook groups. So happy to have that. All right, we got ourselves another Scream Factory, Nightbreed, the director's cut. Now, I bought this thinking this was one of the Scream Factory collector's editions. And as it turns out, it really isn't. It looks like it is because it comes with the cool slipcover and then the reverse artwork that Scream Factory does, see on the other side. But apparently it's not exactly a Scream Factory Collector's Edition, but I don't mind because it still looks like a cool movie. Definitely looking forward to checking this one out. I cannot do that with one hand, but yeah. So just another title to add to the regular Scream Factories that I have. Okay, and the last regular Scream Factory here is a newer one that just recently came out. This was a Walmart exclusive, kind of what they did with Autopsy of Jane Doe. But this was a Walmart early release. I believe that this comes out pretty quick here, you know, everywhere. But it was exclusively an early release to Walmart. But a movie called Don't Knock Twice. I watched this movie, believe it or not. It wasn't that good. I was, if you guys want to read about it there, I was kind of bored with some of it. It was okay, but nothing, you know, super spectacular or anything. But still cool to have it for the Scream Factory collection. Okay, another film I picked up from my buddy Craig, a movie that he kind of sold me at the last second. He was getting ready just to send out a box and kind of threw this in there. He asked if I wanted it, and I said, hell yeah, just a cool looking creature feature, Mosquito. If you guys want to read about that right there. But yeah, just a crazy ass cheesy looking movie. I love cheesy horror movies, and this definitely looks to be like one of those. It's where these like crazy mosquitoes just attack people. But yeah, definitely looks like a fun movie. All right, next up we got a recent M. Night Shyamalan film, The Visit. This movie was actually kind of cool. One of those like found footage type movies or filmed with a video camera. I believe that this was the film that came out before Split, but this was a fun movie. I owned it on DVD. I'm happy to upgrade it. I actually got the slip separately off one of those groups. I found this at like, I think a pawn shop or something. But then I found the slip from off one of the groups, and you gotta have this slip. This is a cool looking slip, but yeah, really cool movie. I really liked it a lot. Almost done with the horror. Just got a couple more here. The I Know What You Did Last Summer films. Finally got these on Blu Ray. These movies are a lot of fun. The second one wasn't as good, but I think the first one is actually a really cool movie. Came out in the 90s slasher era with Scream and whatnot. But this is a really fun movie. I really like this movie a lot, and I'm so happy to upgrade it. I own the triple pack because there's a third one too. Always Know What You Did Last Summer, which I have never even seen. But I bought the triple pack DVD set a long time ago. And never got around to watching the third one, but I'm sure it's really bad. But anyways, I'm happy to get these two on Blu-ray, along with, you know, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. But yeah, they're just fun movies. Happy to upgrade them to Blu-ray. I don't think the third one's even on Blu-ray, but I still obviously have it on DVD. But yeah, I got these off of one of the Facebook groups too from a guy in there, so I got them for a good price. So yeah, happy to have these movies. And the very last horror title is the Hostel double feature. You get Hostel 1 and 2. Third one, unfortunately, is not in this set, but I did find a region-free triple pack, little box set of all three of these that I'm probably going to end up getting. So I'll probably end up selling this eventually at some point, and then just getting that triple set that has all three of them. Even though the third one wasn't that good, the first two are the best. Third one wasn't really the greatest, but I still want it for the collection. But yeah, I got these, I think from the same guy. I got the I Know What You Did Last Summer films, but happy to have these films on Blu-ray as well. Some pretty crazy ass horror movies. All right, so moving on to my Disney titles. I got a nice little stack of Disney here. The first one here is a movie that my friend Jake, he actually bought for Jess. When he bought me that Blomkamp set, he picked this up for Jess, so I guess she wouldn't feel left out. But this is one of those Disney anime type movies that I don't really know anything about. I should have probably had Jess do this, but Princess Mononoke. It looks like it's got a cool cast as far as the voice working here, but apparently she's already watched this and really liked it. But she really likes these Disney anime movies that I think she's gonna start trying to pick up more of. But yeah, if you guys want to read about it there. So there you go, Princess Mononoke. Next up, we got the Monsters movies, Monsters Inc. and Monsters University with the cool new slipcover editions. I love these Disney slipcovers with the big faces on them. I got a few other ones. I really like them. These came out about a month ago, and they're about 25 bucks. I almost bought them, and then they dropped them down to 20, so I definitely picked them up because I didn't own these on Blu-ray. But yeah, really like these movies. So happy to finally have these movies on Blu-ray because these are just some great movies. The sequel, which is actually a prequel, I should say, is really good as well, Monsters University. So yeah, some really cool editions of these films. All right, that takes us to the brand new live action Beauty and the Beast. So Jess and I were after the Steelbook. Didn't luck out and get that, but I really love Target's Digibooks. We usually get a lot of the Disney title from Disney titles from Target, because they have such cool digibooks. I love that shine in here. I watched this with Jess. This was actually a really good movie. These live action Disney films they've been putting out lately are just fantastic. But you get a cool little colored booklet, which is the the movie itself, which is what they usually do. It's just like a little storybook of the movie. And then I think Blu Ray and DVD. So yeah, great movie. If you guys haven't watched this yet, definitely jump on this, because this is a great film. I thought it was done so perfectly. Next up here, we got the signature collection of the Bambi, Anniversary Edition Bambi. Another one of those cool Target digibooks. Target's been releasing these films lately. I think this is the third or fourth one. See, the first one was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which we got the signature collection, but we didn't get the digibook. We just got the one with the slipcover because it was the first one that came out, which I'm kind of bummed, but I'm definitely going to be getting that digibook eventually, but it's pretty spendy now, so hopefully at some point. But the second one, I believe, was Beauty and the Beast, the animated, and then they released Pinocchio, and now they released Bambi. So they're just really cool sets, just like the Beauty and the Beast I just showed you. It's a storybook of the movie, and then the DVD and Blu-ray. So yeah, really nice collections that they've been putting out for the signature editions. So happy to have this. Cannot wait to watch Bambi. It's been many years. All right, now to wrap things up for Disney, we got the Mighty Ducks films finally released to Blu-ray, and I couldn't be more excited. This was definitely in my top 10 for movies that needed a Blu-ray release, and we finally got it. If you guys remember, I did an unboxing of these, talked all about them. My buddy Doc hooked me up because he's a member of the Disney Movie Club, which you have to be. Oh my God, you hear that? I said it right, Disney Movie Club. I always say that wrong. But these are exclusively to the Disney Movie Club, and he hooked me up like he did for Cool Runnings last time. But so here they all are. Nothing real fancy with the additions. I don't really think they had really any special features or anything, but there's the first one, D2 the Mighty Ducks, the second one, and then D3 the Mighty Ducks, third one. So the only ones I've watched so far are the first two, and a lot of people are talking about the transfer, and I totally agree. The transfer is not that great, unfortunately, but I've yet to watch the third one. Other than that, though, it's just cool to just have Blu-ray editions of these movies. I mean, they're not, I think people said that they're like just like a DVD, but I disagree. I think they're a little step up from DVD. Not the greatest Blu-ray transfer, but it's okay. And I'm so happy to have these movies on Blu-ray. It's just awesome. All right, so that takes us to A to Z catalog titles. So we got a couple of Arnie and Sly films we're going to run through here. First one being Arnold Schwarzenegger's Aftermath, the movie that just came out not too long ago, and I got a chance to watch this movie, and I'm telling you guys, this movie was fantastic. Very good movie. If you guys want to kind of read about it, where is it? Right there. You guys want to read about it, but it's kind of like the first drama for Schwarzenegger. He's obviously known as the action star, and with some comedy thrown in, but this was like the first drama he's ever done. It's not really an action movie in any way. It's just straight up drama, and it was so good. His performance is just amazing in this film, you guys. Long story short, I'm sure you just read the back, but it starts out with his wife and daughter are killed in a plane crash. I mean, that's what happens right at the beginning, and he's kind of just dealing with it, and just wants people to apologize, and wants the person responsible to pay for it, and find out what happened. And it's just really good. And as you can see there, it is inspired by true events, loosely based on something that occurred similar to this in another country. But check this movie out, you guys. If you're a fan of Schwarzenegger, it is a really good movie. Definitely. I mean, even if you're not a fan of Schwarzenegger, just watch this movie. It's just fantastic. Absolutely loved it. And then the next one is the classic Schwarzenegger title, The Running Man. Picked this up off one of those Facebook groups. Happy to finally have The Running Man on Blu-ray. And I thought I had more Stallone films, but I guess this is the only one I picked up. Cliffhanger, a movie I've been trying to get on Blu-ray for a while. It's kind of out of print. It's kind of spendy. I think it's like 20-some bucks online right now, but I got a pretty good deal for this. I think I paid like $15 for it or something like that off one of the Facebook groups. But sweet Stallone film. Absolutely love this film, and I'm so happy that I finally got this movie on Blu-ray. All right, so now we're going to run through a couple of Jim Carrey titles. I think I got 5 different ones here. starting with the Cable Guy. So if you guys remember in the unboxing, I got this and a couple other I'm going to show you here in a second that I got from a person off the Facebook group that really hooked me up. It's a buddy of Craig's, a guy by the name of Mark. He really hooked me up because these are currently out of print, this one and the other ones that I'm going to show you here. But like if you go online, you search these, they're sitting around $50, unless you find yourself a really good deal. But he really hooked me up, you guys, and I'm so happy he did. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm sorry. I got this one from Mark. I thought I got the other ones from Mark, but I didn't. I ended up finding the other ones I'm about to show you off of eBay. Yeah, this one I got from Mark, and he really hooked me up with a good deal, you guys. And I'm so happy. It's one of my favorite Jim Carrey films, and I can't believe I finally have this on Blu-ray. Okay, so now we got the double feature of the Ace Ventura films from Jim Carrey. Yeah, this one I remember Mark was going to sell me these films, but I ended up finding it a little bit cheaper. I kind of got lucky and found a seller on eBay that was selling this pretty cheap, so I grabbed it on eBay. To finally have these Ace Ventura films on Blu-ray, you guys, I remember seeing this film a long time ago, this double feature at Walmart for like $10 or less. And I don't know why. I don't think I was really collecting Blu-ray at the time. That's why I didn't. But now I wish I would have, because I still, even though I got a good deal, I still paid a lot for this movie because it still is out of print. Supposedly there's some people out there that say that they find it in the Walmart bin, and if you can find it in the Walmart bin, you are one lucky person, because these sit for around $50 for this double feature. So, but yeah, I got the Ace Ventura films on Blu-ray. I couldn't be happier. A couple more Jim Carrey films, of course. Gotta have The Mask. I ended up getting this off of Amazon. Wasn't that much. I think these are about 10 or 15 bucks right now, but great Jim Carrey film. You gotta own it if you're a fan. And then the last Jim Carrey film that I picked up, The Truman Show. An excellent performance by Jim Carrey. One of the best, most unique films I've ever seen. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but I'm so happy I picked this up off of Amazon as well. So finally got The Truman Show. There's just a couple more Jim Carrey titles to get, and I'll have them all. So at least all the Blu-ray releases. All right, now we just got a couple of Adam Sandler films here, starting with Anger Management. Love this movie. This was one I needed. There's still a few more Adam Sandler films I got to pick up, but this was one of my favorites, and I kind of looking through the list of Adam Sandler films, I couldn't believe I didn't have this, so I snagged it off of Amazon. Wasn't that much. Happy to have this movie, of course. Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson, great film. Happy to have this on Blu-ray finally. All right, and then the other Adam Sandler film I picked up is Bulletproof. Now, I thought this movie, this is definitely an early Adam Sandler film, but for some reason I thought that this movie came out before like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore and whatnot. Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore came out in '95. This one came out in '96, so this was right after that. But a great film that he did with Damon Wayans. I picked this up from Chad Arms, WrestleManiac 1130 off of YouTube. Somebody I follow on there. He gave me a really good deal on this film. I'm happy to pick this up for the Adam Sandler films. All right, next two titles here I picked up are a couple of biopics. This first one here, Love and Mercy, I picked this up off of Amazon, and unfortunately it didn't come with a slipcover because this has got a cool slipcover on it. But a great film. It's a Beach Boys biopic, but it's primarily based around Brian Wilson's life. Which is played by John Cusack and Paul Dano. John Cusack plays like the older version of Brian Wilson, and then Paul Dano plays like the younger version. But we also get Elizabeth Banks and Paul Giamatti in this film. Really well done film on the Beach Boys, you guys. Kind of like an underrated biopic, I would think. John Cusack did great in this film, but kind of gives the life story of the Beach Boys and Brian Wilson, kind of what he went through in his life. But great film. Happy to find this on Blu-ray for the biopic collection. And then the second biopic I got, of course, is Ray. Picked this up off of the one of those Facebook groups, and I was really happy to do so because it came with that really cool slipcover. That one of those these universal ones that open up. Awesome. But yeah, Jamie Foxx did a fantastic film, or fantastic job in this film playing Ray Charles. I mean, he just looks just like him. It's just insane. But did a fantastic job. Really good biopic. Been a while since I've seen this, owned it on DVD. So happy to finally have this on Blu-ray. All right, so the last little stack of my A to Z, we're just going to kind of fly through. Monster House is the next one here. Really good animated film, kind of based around Halloween. Me and my son love watching this around Halloween time, but really good movie. All right, next up here, we got The Iron Giant. Finally got released on Blu-ray, I think last year. But really cool, really fun animated film that I used to watch when I was a little bit younger. So happy to pick that up on Blu-ray. Found that at Half Price Books, pretty cheap. Next up, we got Dredd, which is the the most recent Judge Dredd film. Aside from this Stallone one. But my buddy Jake came over one day and we watched the movies, and I remember getting about halfway through this and I was so tired that day I fell asleep. I never got to finish it, but this, from what I've seen so far, is really good, really badass movie, much better than the Stallone one, which I think everybody says that. But and then I ended up getting the slipcover separately, I think, but really cool, fun movie. We got Almost Famous here. I was kind of surprised to come across this movie with that cool slipcover. This is the bootleg cut, whatever that means. But this is a cool movie based around this band. It's a cool movie. If you guys haven't seen this, definitely check this out. But like I said, happy to get it with this cool slipcover on here if you guys want to kind of read about it. So yeah, happy to have this on Blu-ray. Next up, we got Johnny Mnemonic, a movie that I found in the Walmart bin. This definitely was a newer one, but this, of course, is Keanu Reeves and Dolph Lundgren. I love Keanu Reeves and everything he does, and it's been a long time since I've seen this movie. It was so cool to come across it in the Walmart bin. All right, next up we got that awesome 30th anniversary edition they released of Dirty Dancing, I think earlier in the year. They released this at the same time they released that big deluxe set that's like $60. I thought about getting that, but just for one movie for $60, I mean, there's a lot of cool shit in it, but I decided just to go with this cool edition. You still get most of the same features that you do in the in that big deluxe set, but the deluxe set had more like physical items like cards and shit like that. But I love Dirty Dancing. Big chick flick, but I don't care. Patrick Swayze is great in this movie. Look at that, over 8 hours of extras. But I own this already, just this stupid little standard Amaray, but this one has got that cool slipcover on it and all the special features. So happy to pick that up. It was only $10 for now at Best Buy if you guys can find it. All right, next up we got Galaxy Quest. I think I picked this up from the same person I got Running Man and Cliffhanger off the Facebook group. But a fun Tim Allen movie. I didn't know that this was even on Blu-ray. I remember my buddy Craig, he ended up picking this up first, and then he copied me on the post on Facebook, say, hey man, Galaxy Quest, grab it. And I'm like, hell yeah, so I picked it up. But yeah, like I said, just a fun Tim Allen movie. If you guys haven't seen it, you can read about it there. Next up, Revenge of the Nerds. Picked this up from my buddy Craig. Gave me a really good deal on it as usual, but you got to have the Revenge of the Nerds films. I only have this one. I think, I'm trying to remember, I think there's like 2 sequels or something. But the first one is the best, and I'm happy to pick this up from Craig because it'll be fun to revisit this movie on Blu-ray. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Next up, we got The Town, another movie I got from my buddy Craig with the slipcover. Everybody talks about this movie. I really like Ben Affleck, and I like heist films, and everybody talks about how good this film is, and I've yet to watch it. I hopefully will get to it soon. Believe it or not, during this time that I've been off work, I've been watching a lot of films, you guys. A lot of stuff I've been catching up on, mostly horror. But I will definitely get to this eventually. All right, now we got the Scorpion King 4, Quest for Power. This was given to me as a gift from my buddy Craig. I've been buying a lot of stuff from him lately, and he threw this in there. I recently got that, my last update, I had that Mummy collector set that I picked up that came with Scorpion King 1 and then the 3 Mummy movies. And then I ended up finding Scorpion King 2 and 3 from I think a pawn shop, and that was in my last update, and I needed this one. This is the 4th and most recent installment of the Scorpion King. I've never seen any of the Scorpion King sequels at all. I've seen the first one, which is a cool movie, but I've never seen any of the sequels. I'm sure they're not the greatest movies at all, but I like having all the all the films in a franchise. And like I said, he gave this to me just for free, and I just thought that was so cool of him, and I appreciate it, Craig. And I mean, look at the condition of this. I mean, the slipcover is just mint. But thank you, Craig, so much for this, buddy. You helped me to complete this series, so thank you. All right, and the last one in my A to Z title, Saturday Night Fever. This is that cool new slipcover edition that came out not too long ago. But I mean, I don't think this is the greatest movie in the world, but it's fun. It's John Travolta at his best. And like I said, I really like the slipcover that came on here, and it was only 10 bucks at FYE, dropped down from 20. So I just figured I'd grab it. I mean, it's not a horrible movie. It's not exactly my style of movie. I mean, it is in a sense, because I obviously love music and stuff, but this, like, I was never really into the big disco era, but it's still a fun movie, and I'm happy to own this cool edition. Okay, so I just checked the video, and I'm at about 33 minutes so far, so not too bad. So I think I'm going to be able to fit in these steelbooks. So we're going to go ahead and run through the steelbooks. So Scream Factories, I'm still going to keep as a separate collection, and I don't think I'm going to do that anytime soon. I'm going to wait till I get the majority of the Scream Factories, because I still have some more coming. So I'm just going to hold off on that. I mean, if you guys really want to see what I got so far for the Scream Factories, they're all in all my recent unboxing videos that I've done. But they're all in there if you want to see all the ones I picked up. I got about, I don't know, close to 40 right now of the Scream Factory Collector's Editions. I got about 30 or so more to go. So I don't know if I'm going to wait till the end. I don't know, because it might still be a while. I might give an update soon on what I got, but we'll see. But those are, like I said, a lot of pickups in this update as well. So if you don't count those, I go down from like 114 down to about more in the 70-something titles in this update. But anyways, that's everything now except for my steelbook. So we're going to go ahead and end with the steelbooks. All right, now we're going to get into my steelbooks. And we're going to start out with all the horror steelbooks I've recently picked up. Got a lot of them. As you can see, all my steelbooks are always kept in these cases, the protective cases. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take all the cases off so you guys can see the inside and everything. But let me get this case off real quick. All right, so we're going to fly through. I'm not really going to talk about the movie. I'm just going to show the front, back, spine, and inside. So here we go. A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. There's the front. This looks to be one of the matte ones, matte finish. There's the back. Here's the spine. And then there's nothing on the inside of this one. So there's the first. By the way, I picked this one up off of Amazon, in case you guys are wondering. Next one up, we got Popcorn, a kick-ass steelbook I got from my buddy Craig. There's the front. This has got the shiny finish. There's the back. Awesome. There's the spine. We'll take a look at the inside. Get a couple of like little booklets that come with it. Awesome disc art. Take those out real quick. And there's a shot on the inside. Next up, we have one of those Best Buy pop arts that I got from my buddy Craig as well. Psycho. There's the front. There's the back. We all go a little mad sometimes. There's the spine. And then got some disc art there and just the pink inside like most of them have. Next up, we got The Lords of Salem, Rob Zombie film. I didn't even own this on Blu Ray. I had it on DVD, but this is a really sweet one I got from my buddy Craig. Love it. It's got the shiny finish. There's the front. There's the back. There's the spine. And shot on the inside. Nothing on the inside, just some disc art. I can spin that around real quick. There you go. Next up, The Lost Boys, another kick-ass steelbook I got from my buddy Craig. This is more of the flat matte finish or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But there's the front. Awesome steelbook. There's the back. There's the spine. And look on the inside. Nothing on the inside, just some disc art. Awesome. Next up, we got The Fly. Definitely one of my favorite steelbooks. This one is just beautiful, you guys. This is the 1986 David Cronenberg edition of Fly with Jeff Goldblum. Picked this up off of eBay for an amazing price. Just look at this steelbook, you guys. It's got the matte finish. This is embossed. This isn't, but the words are The Fly. But there's the front. There's the back. Great shot of Jeff Goldblum. There's the spine. And take a look at the inside. Got some inside artwork. This is a Region B, I think. So I can't play it, but like I said, I don't care because I've been buying different region steelbooks just to have for the collection because I already had the movie to watch on Blu Ray. So, but there's the inside artwork. Awesome. Definitely one of my favorite steelbooks I've picked up recently. Next up, we got another steelbook I got from my buddy Craig. Oh, I love this steelbook, you guys. Scream. It's got the shiny finish. Here's the front. There's a look at the back. Drew Barrymore, awesome. There's the spine, and I believe there's some inside artwork. Yeah, a little bit. Again, this is a different, I think another region B, but doesn't matter. And there's a shot of the inside. You guys can see that. Awesome. Awesome steelbook. This one is just kick-ass. Thank you so much to Craig for giving me such a great deal. And I saved the best for last. Another one I picked up from my buddy Craig, Halloween. Love this steelbook. It's got this little scratch on here. Not a big deal. Craig told me about that before he sold it to me, but he got it when, you know, he got it that way. So, but I still love this steelbook, you guys. It's got the flat finish. There's a shot of the front. There's a shot of the back, Michael Myers back there. Halloween, there's the spine. I believe this is the region B as well. And then here's the inside. We get ourselves a little booklet here. And then no inside artwork, just artwork on the disc. So awesome. Thank you so much to my buddy Craig for hooking me up with such great deals on all these steelbooks. All right, that takes us to my DC Marvel. I actually only have one DC, and then I have a ton of Marvel. So we'll go ahead and start out with the DC one, the Lego Batman movie. This one went pretty quick at Best Buy. My buddy Jake and I got out really early to pick this up. But great steelbook. This has got the shiny finish. There's a look at the back. There's the spine. I love the spine on this one. And then we got some inside artwork. I got some disc artwork. Go ahead and pop these out real quick so you guys can see. Beautiful inside artwork. Look at that, you guys. Just awesome. This is such a cool steelbook. I'm so happy I was able to snag this. It takes us to Marvel. This is the only Marvel imprint I have, but Men in Black 3. My buddy Craig found this out at one of his used video stores and mailed it to me. But a really cool steelbook of Men in Black 3. I don't have 1 and 2. I would like to eventually get both of, or all 3 of them, but here's a look at the front. Let's look at the back. Here's the spine. And we'll crack this open here. We got some disc art. I think this is the same disc art that's unlike this regular edition, but here's a shot of the inside. Look at that. Awesome. All right, now I got a couple of MCU steelbooks I'm going to show you here. I got 2 of them, and both of them, my buddy Craig hooked me up with them. So there's like, you know, how many movies are right now for MCU? Like 15 or something. So eventually I'm going to get them all. I'm going to do it. It's going to cost a lot of money, but I'm going to do it. Anyways, my buddy Craig hooked me up. He sent this to me still sealed and gave me one hell of a deal, you guys. But I've always liked this steelbook, Guardians of the Galaxy. There's the front. Just so cool. There's the back, the spine. Doesn't say the name, just like the stop and play buttons and stuff. Actually, I think it's supposed to be more like that. Anyway, and then the inside. I think we do have some inside artwork. Yes. Take the discs out. This one is Blu Ray 3D and regular Blu Ray. And here's a shot of the inside. And then the second MCU is, of course, Avengers Age of Ultron. He found this for me, again, at another, I think, used video store or something. But there's the front. A lot of this is embossed. There's the back, sweet shot of Ultron. There's the spine. And then let's take a look at the inside. We do have some inside artwork. Take these discs out. And check that out, you guys. Love it. All the characters on the inside. Thank you, Craig, once again, buddy. Next up, we got a steelbook I've been trying to get my hands on for a long time, and Deadpool, yes. Gotta love it. Got this from my buddy Craig as well. There's the front. There's the back. There's the spine, which is upside down. I think it's just funny how they did that. And then the inside. This is, you get the DVD in a separate little sleeve thing. That's kind of cool. And then we get some inside artwork. Disc is awesome. And then there's a great shot of Deadpool. Check that out. Next up, we got Big Hero 6 from Disney. And believe it or not, you guys, look it up. This is based off of a Marvel series. But got this steelbook from my buddy Craig as well. I love this steelbook, you guys. Nice shiny finish to it. There's the back. Awesome. There's the spine, and take a look at the inside. Got some disc art. Take these out. We got a DVD and a Blu Ray in here. And there's the inside. Thank you once again to my buddy Craig. Alright, so the last from my DC Marvel Steelbooks, thought I'd save the best for last, the Spider-Man Legacy Collection that Best Buy recently released a couple weeks ago. And this is one badass collection, you guys. You get 2 Steelbooks in here of all 5 Spider-Man films. I'm going to crack this up and show you, but you also get the all-new Spider-Man 3 Editor's Cut in here. Love the artwork in here. I'm going to go ahead and take the sleeve off so you guys can see what they look like. Alright, so the first one is the Sam Raimi trilogy. Awesome shot of Spider-Man there. Cool shot in the back. For some reason, there's nothing on the spine. I don't know why they did that. It would have been cool if they would have been like, you know, Spider-Man Sam Raimi trilogy and then the other ones. But anyway, here's some, we got some disc art. We got a bonus disc in here, and then we get a couple more. Peter Parker, it says on there. I think there's a couple discs stacked in here. Okay, so I'm sorry, I have this wrong, you guys. These are the Amazing Spider-Man films. So here's Amazing Spider-Man 1. Put that right there, and then Amazing Spider-Man 2. I had them backwards. Anyway, and look at that shot in the inside, you guys. Oh, that's so cool. So this is the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 set, and I'm going to show you the other one. Here we go. Now this is the Sam Raimi trilogy. So there's the front. Awesome shot of Spider-Man. There's a logo on the back. Again, nothing on the spine for some crazy reason. And here's the inside. So we get just a little sleeve in here of all the credits for all the movies. And then, okay, so here's Spider-Man 1. We'll take that out. Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 2.1 you get in here, so that's cool. Spider-Man 2.1 is like just the additional cut. And then, of course, the bonus disc of Spider-Man 3, the director's cut. Oh, and there's one more back here. I think, oh, regular Spider-Man 3. Okay. So, yeah, you get a lot of cool discs in this collection, you guys. If you're a fan of Spider-Man, God, you got to get this. I think it was $60 at Best Buy, and I think it's down to $50 now. So, pick it up. But look at that inside artwork. Oh, gorgeous. And there you have it. So, like I said, a fantastic collection of all the Spider-Man films, you guys, in this sweet Steelbook collection. So, get your hands on this if you're a fan. Another Steelbook I got from Craig, Super Bad. Another one of the Best Buy pop art. It's got like the flat finish. There's the front. Cool shot on the back. There's the spine. Didn't even own this on Blu Ray, so I'm happy to have this now. And then some cool disc art, as pop art always does, and then just the pink background. So, next up, another Steelbook I got from Craig, Scarface. I love this Steelbook edition of Scarface. There's the front. There's the back. I believe this is another pop art. The world is yours. There's the spine, and let's take a look at the inside. And again, we just have the solid color with some disc art. Next up, we got the brand new Power Rangers film. I already showed this to you guys in my last shopping video, but I'll go ahead and show you again for those who may have missed it. But brand new Power Rangers film. I just picked this up like a week ago, and I just love. It's got the shiny finish. There's the front. Awesome shot of the logo on the back. There's the spine and shot of the inside. We do have some inside art as well as the discs. That's awesome. There's the Blu Ray, and I think this is the DVD. Yep. And there's the inside. Look at that picture, you guys. Wow, that is just awesome. This was a really fun movie. Alright, next we got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot film. I picked this up from my buddy Craig as well. This is an awesome Steelbook. There's the front, there's the back. Awesome shot of Shredder back there. There's the spine. Let's take a look at the inside. Of course, like all the releases, you always get all the masks. That's cool. And we do some inside artwork. Take the discs out. I like what they do with the discs. It like makes it look like a sewer lid or something. But look at that shot of the inside. Awesome. And of course, I had to get the sequel. I think I like this Steelbook even better. It's so cool. I picked this up from Best Buy. It was about 20 bucks, and they had a sale, and they brought it down to 10, so I grabbed it. But I love the look of this Steelbook, you guys. Look at that. There's the front. Awesome shot of Bebop and Rocksteady back there. That's awesome. There's the spine. And take a look at the inside. Got some really cool inside artwork here. We, of course, got some more masks. And the discs are a little bit different than the last one. They don't have that like sewer lid look. But check that out. Cowabunga. That is just too cool. Next up, we got John Wick. A couple weeks ago when John Wick 2 came out, they had a steelbook of that and this one. They released a steelbook for the first one, so I had to jump on this. Even though I already own this film, I had to get the steelbook. Love this steelbook so much. Look at this, you guys. It's got a nice shiny finish. There's the front. Awesome shot on the back. There's the spine. And let's look at the inside. Take these discs out. I love the disc art. Take these out. All right, here we go. Check that out. Love it. And of course, next, here it is, John Wick Chapter 2. Fucking great movie, you guys. Oh my God, I had to watch this movie. I wanted to see it in the theater and never got a chance, but there's the front. I love the red. Love it. There's the back. Look at that shot. Kick ass. JW2. There's the spine. You can see it. Awesome. And then the inside. Awesome. These John Wick steelbooks are awesome. There's a John Wick, like a lenticular steelbook, I think, of the first one that came out. Love to own that, but there's the inside artwork. Kick ass. This was such a good movie, you guys. The John Wick movies are fucking great. Alright, just about done here. Just 2 more to go. Edward Scissorhands, another steelbook I had to own. I picked this up off of Amazon, I think. He used to sell these at Best Buy and I think Target too, but never picked it up when I had the chance, so I ordered it. But look at that shot. Oh, it's great. There's the front. There's the back. Spine. And we have inside artwork. Yes, of course. Take out the disc. Cool disc artwork. Oh, I can't even talk. Look at that. Love the inside artwork of this one. All right, and the last steelbook and also the last title in this update, The Karate Kid. Another steelbook I've seen all the time at Best Buy but never picked it up. Finally ordered it online off of Amazon, I believe. But check this out. Oh, I love this steelbook. I had to get this. Got the Cobra Kai in the front. Love the artwork. Cobra Kai logo on the back. Oh, and then the spine. And then the inside. Yeah, I think this is another one of the pop art ones. But nothing, you know, just solid color on the inside. So, well, there you have it, everybody. 79 titles. It was supposed to be 114, but there's 35 Scream Factories that have already gotten that. I'm not going to show in this update. Like I said, I've shown every one of them in all my unboxings that I've done. So just go check out my past, I don't know, however many unboxings I've done recently. But if you want to see what I got for Scream Factory, check all those videos out. But like I said, I'm going to be doing a Scream Factory collection video. I don't know if I'm going to do it soon. I have a couple more coming, and that'll put me in like the 40s, and there's like 71 or 72. So I don't know if I'm going to wait till I get them all. I don't know for sure because I don't know when that's going to be. But we'll figure it out. But in the meantime, like I said, if you want to see what I got, go check out the unboxing. So, yeah, there you have it. 79 titles in this Blu Ray update. And I said this is going to be my smallest one, and ended up being like the biggest one ever. So, yeah, a lot of cool shit. Well, everybody, thank you for sticking all the way through this video. I know it was kind of a long one, but we had a lot to go over. For those of you who like when I do the director and the stars and the years, I'm sorry, I just want to get through this really fast. If you guys like me doing that, let me know down in the comments below. I'll continue to do that in future updates. If you don't care or don't like it, tell me that, and I won't do it anymore. So it's whatever you guys, however you guys want to see these videos. But thank you so much, everybody. We had a big haul to go through. We already got a nice chunk for July, so we'll be doing that, of course. You know, next month, the beginning of next month, we'll get July's update out. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more Scream Factory in there. But anyways, if you like my Blu Ray updates that I do, you guys, please give it a thumbs up. Just hit that like button right down below. Drop me some comments. Let me know what you think of the titles I picked up in this Blu-ray update. Share the video around if you would, and subscribe if you have not. And don't forget, everybody, the trip video for Days of the Dead is currently in the process. That'll be up very soon, so keep an eye out. Until next time, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. You take care.